Hello, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another edition of The Professional Fan. I am your host. Tonight, I'm the unprofessional fan, Mike Antonase. And this evening, Joseph is currently at a basketball game. The rest of the crew is unavailable. So I will be doing just a quick ton of the game that we just witnessed. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what more to say than enough is enough. The Cleveland Browns were absolutely embarrassed today, 31-3 by the Bears. Shedeur Sanders had 3 interceptions on the day. Rushing attack was paltry. The defense really is missing Malik Collins and the rest of the run defense. Special teams continues to be bad, and I don't know what I don't know what else to say. That the whole operation looked awful today from every single portion. Offense, defense, special teams all looked bad. There wasn't a single phase of the Cleveland Browns game that looked polished, that looked prepared, that looked disciplined, that looked any of that. The Cleveland Browns today looked like a UFL team, and I'm not even beginning to be a little bit like exaggerating on that. The wide receivers outside of Isaiah Bond were awful, couldn't get open. The offensive line outside of like Taven Jenkins, Luke Whippler missed a couple blocks, but when he got his assignments, he was all right. But man, guys, like today was a rough one. And I know they're trying to just run it out the rest of the season. But Kevin needs to go, ladies and gents. I mean, I've not seen such a game from Kevin Stefanski's coaching, even this year, and he's been horrible this year. I haven't seen something this bad in a very long time. It is, it's awful. It's awful, guys. I mean, the Cleveland Browns are we're 3-11. We have 3 games to go. That's the only good news. 3 games until we can just put this season behind us and theoretically rebuild what we need to rebuild. But damn, guys, like this was just a piss poor showing. I mean, the first quarter, our first series, the Cleveland Browns have 5 procedural penalties, 2 in their own end zone. And they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. Even when the Cleveland Browns, even when they do something good, they shoot themselves in the foot. It's insane. It's insanity. It's insane to me. And of course, you get the gleaming generalities from Kevin Stefanski afterwards. Oh, we got to do better. I got to do better. I just want this dude out of here. If I was the owner, I would have already said, hey, man, no offense. We rented you a Hyundai Accent. You got to drive back to Cleveland. You're not coming on the flight. I would have done that already. That would have already been a given. Here's the keys to the Hyundai Accent. It's an enterprise car. You can drive your happy ass through the snowstorm, through Chicago, back to Cleveland. And here, the defense, they've been great all year. I know they're playing for miles and nothing else at this point. They have every reason to quit other than the fact that they're paid professionals. But the offense, man, like it's just insane to me how unprepared they looked. Like I'm okay with them being bad. We are not a good football team. I know the Cleveland Browns were going to be bad this year. I think everybody knew the Cleveland Browns were going to be bad this year. But I want to see some fight. I want to see at least a little bit of fight. Shedeur Sanders did what he could, 3 interceptions on the day. I would say only about 1.5 of those interceptions are his faults. One of which the linebacker just made a great play on the ball, tipped it to himself, intercepted it. Another one was Jerry Jeudy's fault. Absolutely Jerry Jeudy's fault. Jerry Jeudy hit him straight in the hands. Could have been a touchdown. And Jalen Johnson just like ripped it out of his hands because Jalen Johnson's a real football player, and then picked it. And then, of course, the C.J. Gardner-Johnson interception. That's one I'd put on Shedeur. Dropped into coverage. Shedeur didn't see him. Tried to force it to Harold Fannin. C.J. Gardner-Johnson just caught it like he was a receiver, just read the play. So that's his 3 interceptions. Otherwise, he had a couple of really good throws to Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond's like one small bright spot on offense. I'd say the few bright spots are like Taven Jenkins, Shedeur Sanders, Harold Fannin, Isaiah Bond sometimes, and Quinshon Judkins, man. We got to get that dude some blockers. But the performance of the offense today was not good. I don't know if it was the game plan to force the ball to Harold that much, or if that was Shedeur because he's more comfortable with Harold. But he was forcing the ball too much to him today, guys. Harold Fannin Jr. is an excellent player. He's a superstar in the making. I truly believe that. But and him and Shedeur have a good connection. But I think he was looking for him too much today. I think he was trying to force the ball too much to Harold today. And, the Bears defense was smart. They watched the tape. I wish the Browns watched the tape, but they watched the tape on the Browns, knew they were going to try and get Harold involved. They bracketed him. They double teamed him whenever he could. They pretty much knew that's what they were going to do. But at the same time, the playbook that Tommy Rees is dealing with is a playbook that, frankly, isn't special. And I don't know if that's because they don't trust the personnel or if it's because Kevin Stefanski's original playbook that he made for the season is just that paltry and it doesn't matter. Quinshon Judkins, again, not a great day. They were on his ass all day. Dylan Sampson was out. Travion Williams was out there. Got called up from practice squad, I believe. They just had him in there for rundowns, or I'm sorry, third downs, blocking downs. But yeah, guys, just a horrible, horrible day all around. And apologies for the setup as we see it. Like I said, moved into a new house, covered in paint at the moment. Getting my new office set up, so you guys will be able to see that here shortly. But been moving. It's been a nightmare. Had to move in a snowstorm. The wrath of God is outside of my door at the moment in the form of white stuff falling from the sky. And the roads were awful. Last night was a company Christmas party. And I almost died 5 times, almost crashed in Nissan Murano into a guardrail. Luckily, everything's fine. And then I get to wake up today, watch the Cleveland Browns, and made my day significantly worse. But have all of you guys to deal with it. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, please like this video, subscribe, share if you can. Thank you all so much for joining. Looks like we got some comments. Let's get to them. Wally's in the house. He says, I am here. Thank you, Wally. TX Acid Drip says W. Astro Apex, hi. Hello to you as well. This offense is awful and needs a rebuild. Yes, it does, Chantel. Yes, it very much does. The offense was just a paltry, horrible showing. Yeah, I'm hoping there's hope. Like in here, that's the thing too. That's the thing too, Rodney. Is I'm hoping that a fair assessment is being given to Shedeur Sanders because I really do think, from what I've seen of him, that there is a franchise quarterback there. But the personnel around him is so bad that it's making it hard to get a true evaluation of this young man, which I think is a shame because when the offense is running semi-okay, he looks great, like he did last week. He can hit the deep balls. He stands in the pocket. He's not afraid of pressure. He's really good at extending plays, running when he needs to and when he can. I think Shador Sanders has shown a lot that you want to see out of a franchise quarterback. I'm just worried that the team that surrounds him on offense obviously isn't doing him any favors. And I'd really like to see the Browns continue to build around him. And hopefully they're seeing that. If he continues to progress and do what he's doing for the next 3 weeks, I really do think the Browns should build around him. And I just hope they give him that opportunity. That's the only thing I'm worried about. The only one that had fight was Shador, Garrett, and Bond. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. The offensive line, it's a patchwork O-line. Garrett Dillinger made an appearance, and I haven't heard his name since LSU. Oh, I appreciate that, Rodney. Yeah. The storm's crazy out here. Hopefully, it'll let up a little bit. But yeah, guys, what else can I say other than this coaching staff needs shaken up, particularly with Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski needs gone. He's needed to be gone for some time. He's just not getting the job done. And here, even for the last defenders that are out there, I used to be that. I used to be there. I used to think that Kevin Stefanski was a good coach, that we can move forward with him, that, it was a personnel problem. But the fact that the offense is your absolute worst unit, which is shocking considering how bad the special teams has been. And he's supposed to be this offensive-minded coach, this offensive-minded genius, and he just can't do anything creative right now. He can't get the job done. And just the fact that we're still seeing these procedural penalties, these just fucking hiccups and mistakes, and nothing's getting solved. I don't know how he's doing it or how he's coaching, but he's doing it the wrong way. And it's really time for a change of scenery there. And at this point, just promote Tommy Rees. It sounds like Tommy Rees is getting head coaching chatter from everywhere in college, including Michigan. Michigan wants to interview Tommy Rees for the head coaching job. If I'm the Cleveland Browns, I just jump on this. I just stop them from the interview. I offer that job to Tommy Rees, and here I let him do the interim coaching gig for the next 3 weeks. I do not want to see Kevin Stefanski trotted out there anymore, man. His coaching has gone to an all new low this year, which is funny because I know we went 3-11 last year, but there was some things that he had excuses for. I had to play a bunch of different quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson, fell off. He's cooked. Bunch of other factors that attributed to it. Personnel issues. But this year, it's not that. This year, here, our expectations were them for low, but holy shit. I don't know how you can disappoint so magnificently when our expectations were as low as they were for the Cleveland Browns this year. I didn't think playoffs. I didn't think any of that. But I expected more than this. And I think every fan out there expected more than this. The Browns have the same premise: get some players around Sanders and give it a shot for a year. They got to do it anyway. Yeah, I agree. Here, if Shador really only has to win one game, maybe 2 games to get the Browns out of the spot to pick a quarterback, Lenora Sellers is going back. From all intents and purposes, it looks like Dante Moore will be returning to college. That really only gives you Fernando Mendoza, and maybe Ty Simpson declares, maybe he doesn't. And even if he does declare, Ty Simpson's been shaky recently. I still really like Ty Simpson, but here, from what I've seen from Shador, that is enough to no rookie quarterback. Here, I understand the Titans are bad. But last week, a rookie quarterback had 4 total touchdowns, over 350 yards passing, and another, 30 yards rushing. No rookie quarterback just goes out there and does that. Like, you have to have talent. You have to have something to do that. And the Browns need to get this kid a little bit of help, see what it looks like next year. Get him some O-linemen. Draft Carnell Tate. Draft some help. Sign some help. Trade for some help. Shake up the offense. Fire Kevin Stefanski. I think if they promote Tommy Rees to head coach and they get rid of Kevin Stefanski, I think that's the best case scenario all around. Tommy Rees likes Shedeur. Worked with Shedeur. Knows how to make it work with Shedeur. I don't know what is going on internally with the Cleveland Browns right now. And there's not a quick fix. This is going to be a couple of years kind of ordeal with them. There's not something that they can there's not a magic bot, a genie lamp. There's no 3 wishes. There's none of that. It's going to take a number of years for the Cleveland Browns to dig them out of this hole. They have to rebuild that whole O-line. They have to get a whole new wide receiver core. The defense is fine for the most part, but even then, you got to stack that up with more players. They got to have a repeat of last year's draft this year, but in terms of positions of need. They need to get wide receivers. They need to get O-linemen. And maybe a safety. Hopefully Martin Emerson can come back healthy. And then your corners room is pretty much set. Tyson Campbell's under contract for the next 2 years. And Denzel Ward's under contract for the rest of his life. But my God, it was just a bad, bad day in Chicago. That's going to be a rough plane ride home. That's going to be a rough tape to watch. I don't know if this will do it, but I think Jimmy would be completely in his right mind to fire Kevin tomorrow morning. Like, he would be completely in his right mind. Like, there would be no fan out there that would say at this point, no, that's not needed. We can wait till the end of the season. I don't want to wait till the end of the season. Do that. Do that much. Let us know that that's at least happening. And if you're going to promote Tommy anyway, if this is going to be the end goal anyway, just do it now. Just do it now. There's no point in waiting. This is just, don't drag it out. This is just horrible. There's really nothing I can even talk about this game other than just crashing out. The Browns did nothing well today. The only reason I continued watching this game was if Myles Garrett broke the sack record, which, he was awarded 1.5 sacks today, I believe. Yeah, 1.5 he had today. He's got 21.5, needs 2 more to break the record. Think he will. We play the Bengals again, so he should be able to get 3 sacks that game alone. But that was really the only reason I kept watching this game. I mean, was if here the defense is playing for Myles, that's the only reason they're still semi-invested. But this team, guys, like, there's nothing exciting about the offense. There's nothing different about it. You have some players here and there. I think Shedeur Sanders is the only reason why I'm tuning in as well. Like, the fact that they might have found their franchise quarterback, but it's just a shame we don't have the personnel around to properly evaluate him. Like, that's what I found myself doing just as I'm watching the tape. Like that Jerry Jeudy pass. That was a nice pass, straight to his hands. Jalen Johnson just stole it from him because Jerry Jeudy can't catch a ball wide when he's wide open, let alone when he's one-on-one with a talented corner. Like, the Jerry Jeudy trade, I get it. It was a 5th-round pick. He had 1 good year with us. Just let it go. Get him out of here. I don't want that around anymore. I think you can cut him for relatively cheap, too. He's not on a super expensive contract. I think he's owed like $18 million. Jerry Judy's got to go. But yeah, let's see. Checking to see if there are any comments I missed. I do not believe so. But let me know. Give me your thoughts on the game, guys. This is just kind of be a venting therapy session. There's not a lot to glean from the game other than the Cleveland Browns need to change course. What we've been saying for the past 5 shows at this point. We need to change course. Need to change coaches. Tired of the chicanery. Just got to let it go. It is exciting that Miles is about to break the sack record. That is pretty exciting. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I knew I had to come up here. Our crew is short this evening as well. Knew I had to come up here, talk about it. But it's like, what do I say? Like, what can you say when there's nothing to glean from anything? If I'm watching a house on fire, it's burning to ash in front of me. It's like, what do I, what am I supposed to say about that? I got to go back and watch the rest of the interviews too. I'm sure Kevin was asked hard questions that he alluded to an answer to. What if Haslam is lazy and brings back Stefanski and Barry? Well, I think Andrew Barry is safe, honestly. And I think he's safe, and I think he more or less deserves to be safe. Look, the Browns team needed a lot, and he had a stellar draft. Mason Graham, dog. Carson Schlesinger might win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Harold Fannin Jr., superstar in the making. Dylan Gabriel was a miss, but Dylan Sampson, good player. Shador Sanders might be your franchise quarterback. So those were his draft picks. And then you have Isaiah Bond, who's a UDFA, Aiden Huntington, who's a UDFA. Like, he found value and good players in the draft. I think Barry is safe. I think he deserves to be safe. Now it really just kind of boils down to, when will Kevin be gone? Because Kevin should not be safe. And if he's safe and that what if happens, like what if he brings back Kevin? I don't know, man. Like, I think that would be a tough pill for the fans to swallow. I don't even know what we could do on our end, but like if that were to happen, I'd be completely checked out. Like, I love my football team. I love the game of football. We do a show about it. And I'd have to cover them, but there wouldn't be the passion would certainly be lacking from me if that were to happen. I certainly hope that's not the order of operations, but somebody said Judy sets the energy from the team with his behavior and performance. Judy is a vampire sucking the energy from the team. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out Quincy Carrier, tweeted out today. Jerry Jeudy is the Greg Newsom of receivers, and I think that's a pretty good assessment. Just like a dude that thinks he's an absolute dog and just is not what he thinks he is. I saw that and I laughed. I thought that was a fair assessment. But yeah, just an awful outing. Awful outing from the Browns. Kevin's got to go. Here, you have the answer in house. It sounds like that Tommy Reese wouldn't be getting all this hype and looks from major teams. I mean, shit, if Michigan wants to hire him, don't let that dude leave the building. Just give him the job. And here, he deserves it. Like, he's been the only coordinator, it seems like, on the offensive staff that's actually given a shit. Because Stefanski doesn't look at our O-line coach, certainly doesn't look like it. Just have him hire his own staff. See who they hire for president of football operations. But, man, we need some change and we need it quick. I know Browns fans feeling a little dejected right now. I don't blame them. You know, it just seems, I mean, 2-3 win seasons back to back. Piss poor. Absolutely piss poor. I don't think Kevin knows how to win anymore. I just don't. And that's the biggest thing is I do not think this guy knows how to win football games anymore. And that's a shame. It really is. They definitely need to revamp the team. Yeah. If Jerry Jeudy would have caught the ball, probably there would have been a little momentum. Yeah, I mean, that would have been a touchdown. And what, at that point, you would have been, what would have been, like 10-14 at that point in the game? Yeah, you'd only be down 4, and you would also save your defense from getting another another series out there. Yeah, I think so too. Or at least it wouldn't have looked like such a blowout. It's just awful. Josh is in the house. He says, "Go Ravens." He's a traitor. Yeah, if Jerry Jeudy would have caught that ball, would have been a spark. Also would have helped his case for, staying employed by the Cleveland Browns. Because at the moment, I'll send the U-Haul to him himself. Winning traitor, at least. That's not how you spell traitor, by the way. Josh, it's Traitor. It's traitor. If you're a winning trader, well, you are a winning trader. Technically, you are a merchant of automobiles. This feels good, though. Glad we're doing the vent session. I needed to get it all out. Just got done painting a bedroom. I have carpet people coming in. I have so much to unpack still. There's a moving company who I'm not going to name lest they send me a cease and desist who didn't pick up a bunch of stuff, and I was at my old house until 4 a.m. until 4 a.m, moving stuff around. It was awful. It's been a week, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a week. Josh said something. Judy's personal confidence is overrated. Jeudy is overrated. I think Jeudy isn't even overrated at this point. I think he's properly rated because everyone thinks he's a joke. He had that one good year with us last year. And like the stuff he did well, Isaiah Bond does well too. Isaiah Bond can break out for a quick, 50, 40-yard gain. We just need some people that can run a goddamn route. That's it. Just get some people that can get open and run a route. You put a Carnell Tate on this team, he stays healthy, we'll be fine. And then sign just a mercenary wide receiver that can get open. We just need something. My God. Make him afraid of the pass. I mean, at least Shador's got the deep ball and he can make you afraid, but we don't even have the O-line to protect him for these guys to get open for the amount of time they need. Awful showing. Well, folks, I'll leave it open for comments for a couple more minutes. Quick vent session, quick show tonight. Not a lot to glean from the game because it was just that bad, that horrible, that sad. I mean, dude, I don't know if where Kevin's house is public knowledge, but somebody's got to go see if that thing's for sale. Like at that point, that's where we're on. We're on Zillow watch. Like, see if this dude put his shit up for sale yet. And quick tangent too, the Browns should not pick a single defensive player next year in the upcoming draft. They should not pick a single defensive player. Just pick offense, 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 offense. Bill Cowher spotted in Strongsville looking at houses. It's funny that we do that as a fan base. I don't know if any other fan base does that, but I I love that the airport. Everybody sees a player, quarterback at the airport. You just take a picture. Shit's funny. But yeah, it was a quite the day from the Cleveland Browns. Quite a sad day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening this evening. Again, apologies for the light crew. Apologies for the sound quality. I'm sure it's not fantastic. Still working on getting the office up and going. Hopefully it'll be ready in the coming weeks. But if you're new here, you're just joining us, please like, subscribe, share if you can. Helps the show out a lot. If you're just joining in, it's just been kind of event session. Not a lot to really go over in the game. I mean, if I'm a coach, and this is one of those games that it's like, just throw the tape out, throw it in the trash, but they can't afford to do that. I get the sense Shador's loves being in Cleveland. If they improve the team around him, that would be great. If they draft another QB and another circle. Yeah, that's my thing too. I think Shador's shown enough. I mean, I don't know what other rookie QB would have been doing anything different, is my point too. I'm pretty sure any rookie quarterback in this offense with this personnel grouping is going to be very similar in his output and in his stats. And I think if you build around the kid, I think good things will happen, but you got to build around the kid. But all right, folks, that's going to do it for this evening. Thank you so much for joining. I love you very much. The Cleveland Browns suck, but as always, please stay professional. I'm out of here. Peace.